So Gran Turismo at the moment is getting a slightly bad rep for producing combos and lobbies that basically resemble something like Forza or Wreckfest. And this one, I have to say, was a bit of a disaster, but equally hilarious when you have to look at it at the same time. Amongst this one, we did actually find a very dirty driver, and let me know your thoughts on this. Was he in the right or in the wrong? Did I actually misjudge this altogether, or should he be banned from Gran Turismo for life? Maybe that's a bit extreme, but you know what I mean. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Enjoy this one. Right, here we go. Starting on the medium tyres. Learning from the last race. Or the first race, rather. Sacrifices a lap by starting on the soft. Well, he's not in his grid box. What's going on there? He wasn't in his grid box. What's all that about? Ah, we had a false start. Damn it. Damn it. Didn't have my bloody foot on the brake. What am I doing? What an absolute idiot. I hope whoever's just done that is going to give the position back, because now we're at the bottom of the grid thanks to that. Right, we've had 2 race results where we've won on this Nations Cup as someone bins it there. Alonso F2012, we get past somebody else here. This has not been the start that we were hoping for, and it has not gone as well as the other races that we've done. Why has he gone into the pits? Oh my god. What is going on? What is going on? We got damage now, again. I was not expecting him to slam the brakes on in front of us to make a pit stop after the first lap. Unless he assumes that damage is on full, which it's not. There's so much time lost sitting behind all these guys here now. Come on. Ah! I can't argue that one was my fault, but been really unlucky here with the contact and catching up to people at the sort of wrong times. Ah! Contact again! My god, what's going on? More damage. You can tell that we're in a B-rated lobby here. Jesus. Calm it down, people. I mean, not that my driving's been much better, quite frankly, but, you know. Point and case right there. Yeah, this race has just dropped well away from us now. Well, I've gone into the race too confident. I think that's the part of the problem there, because I've said we've won the first 2. Can we win the last one? And even though we're in a worse lobby, frankly, one of the worst that we've been in, quite clearly, it's not played out how I thought it would do. 6 seconds slower this lap. Right, here we go. Trying to catch back up now. Just very early on the brakes there. Oh no. going to get a penalty there for overtaking in the yellow flags. I'm going to get a penalty there for overtaking the yellow flags, I think. Unless I was past them just before they went out. It might have been. Right, I'm lucky there. How's your rejoin? Oh, not that great. Luckily he's ghosted, which has saved us there, really. Anything below SSR means watch your back. Yeah, exactly. Which is exactly what we've had to do on this one, isn't it? Right, that's 2 great overtakes there, this race. Oh, here we go. Right, we've got P7 as well now. Don't think we're going to really close to P1 and 2, but we might be able to get back on the podium, just looking at where people are on the grids here, on the track map. We can see the podium just going through the S's now. We could get back to P5, yeah, hopefully before we go into the pits we could do P5. That was a bit elbows out, that one, I'll be honest. So I want to jump in and give a little bit of context on this one, because now and again, because we're taking so many clips out of these videos to make them shorter for YouTube, sometimes the context of some overtakes and racing incidents can be lost. I normally get slated in the comments and I can't hack the hate, and so I want to justify this one very quickly. As we see, we move over to the left-hand side to sell the dummy, and then we switch back to the right-hand side. Now we are very, very far back, and we try to brake as late as we can. He is also broke fairly late, and so it takes us a long while before we can actually close the gap. In fact, by the time we close the gap, it looks like he's turning in to hit that apex. However, as I explain a little bit later and on the live stream, I justified immediately by explaining the fact he turns in very, very early to hit that apex. Normally you would be so much further to the left-hand side at that point. I think, in my opinion, he's moved across to kind of block us a little bit. I don't feel like you would start drifting over to the apex that early, which is why we make the contact that we do. If he stayed over to the left-hand side and turned in at the point I was expecting him to, then we would be alongside by the time we hit that apex and therefore claim the right to the corner. Wasn't expecting him to drift across. I probably should have just played it safer, but that is me trying to avoid any hate in the comments for this one. Racing, does that say Hartley or Harley? How are we doing? Welcome along. Yeah, he's just straight ran us off there. He obviously didn't agree with our overtake. It was a little bit sketchy, I'll be honest, that one. I'd say if that was me, I'd probably be a little bit raging, but we did do the switch. We sold the dummy one way, went to switch to the inside, and then he moved right, like, to close the apex off, but I just think that's not your normal racing line, so why are you there? Always going to open the steering up there and just not care, wasn't he? I have a feeling we're about to get hit. Yeah, he pushed us off. Right, if we're going to get past him, we have to just absolutely fly past him now, not give him a chance to battle into the next corner. That one was my bad, I'm sorry. that one legitimately was my bad. I'm dropping off there to make sure he holds on to that one. Sorry, Kevin. Kevin's just ran him off there now. Right, it's P6 for the moment. Let's keep going. Oh, should have boxed. Too busy saving it. Should have boxed. Right, boxing this next lap then. Right, as I say, I think mathematically we could still be in for a podium here, which this will feel like the best result of the day. We've had 2 race wins here in A plus lobbies, and yet if we get a podium in one that is mostly B rated and sort of after our little DR or SR reset, I'm going to be happier with a podium in this lobby than I will be the race wins that we got in the higher ones. Right, track limits, that's fine, we'll just have to deal with that. Right, come on, let's go. Yeah, I know, it says it right in there in the chat box. How did I mess it up? Try and take full advantage of the fact it had ghosted both of us out of the pits there. Come on, let's try and catch back up now. P1 I think still needs to pit unless I've got that wrong. That might be... No, I think that is correct, yeah. No, Alonso at the back, he needs to pit I think. Or because he was at the back, but I think he needs to pit and he's now P2. That's my thought anyway. Oh, now this Swedish driver I think has got through with a bit of contact there. I think he's more or less just pushed him off the apex and allowed himself to have it. So I don't know what to expect with the racing here, but I am hoping somehow that this position here is going to become the podium, because I'm convinced Alonso F2012 needs to pit. Definitely got that now, so I'm hoping that this becomes the podium, but either way we're going to chase down P3 here. It was 6.5 seconds up the road. We're going to do our best to try and close. Whether we can, who knows. And then if one of them do need to make a pit stop, if any of them need to make a pit stop up ahead, we should get past them. And the Swede pushed back, fair enough. Right, we've took a second out to P3 here. We might be about to get fastest lap here as well. We absolutely are. Yellow flags. Is this P4? It's P3! Yes! We've got the podium. But I still think we can chase down for P2 here. Because that was Alonso who's gone off. Just starting to get a bit of understeer into these tyres now. 3.7 though was the car ahead. I think we can do this. 2.2. We're chasing down. 3 laps left. 2.1. 2. Right, trying to save as much this overtake as I can. 1.9. Come on, we're chasing this down for P2 here. To have recovered this race the way that we have so far is pretty good going. To get this P2, which is back where we started the race, would be absolutely ridiculous. Here we go for P2. Come on. We go for it, and we get it. Gran Turismo, ladies and gentlemen. Gran Turismo. How have we not lost a position there? Look at these guys all closing in though. We've got damage front and back of the car. He's actually... No way. No way. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? What are we doing here? What has this race turned into? What has this race turned into? We had P2, we've now lost P2. We're hopefully just going to hold on to the podium after all this. The Swede in front here. Hopefully we can get back past the Swede. I'm not too sure though if we will. What a battle that has been. What a difficult race. Oh, God. We've started P2. We've literally gone to the back of the grid. Worked our way back up to P3. Then the guy that we got battled with for P2 wanted us off the track. I'm going to assume he's mixed us up with somebody else or just was horrifically, dirtily defending for that one. And then temporarily, I think we ended up back down to P4 or 5 while a couple of people ran back through as we had all that damage. That is absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. That is what happens when you end up with an SR reset or an SR drop from our last couple of races. That is... I have no words for what we just witnessed there. That is hilarious. At least we still got the podium. I'd be fuming if I worked it all the way back up the grid and then got punted back to the grid, to the back of the grid. Should we watch the replay? So at this point he's on the racing... Oh, so he is on the soft tyres. But ours are a little bit fresher, as we can see. So we got a little bit more life in ours because of that accidental not going into the pits. This guy's DR, David's saying here, this guy's DR actually went up. That is unbelievable. So here we go then. So at this point I'm thinking hopefully we get the better exit. We don't quite get the better exit. And so we sit behind. We maybe still have a look for the switchback. Still not quite going to happen. It's at this point here. Let's review this one and see what we think. So we go to the inside. That's all cleanly enough. Bit of overtake. Job's a good one. And we get that one. Let's see it from his point here. Where he then just, yeah, that is absolutely purposefully done, isn't it? He's deliberately done that. How is he, what on earth is he doing here? And then he's got reset. I wish he got just still stuck in those barriers. And then he's waited for us as if to, I thought, oh, he's given us the place back. He's actually accidentally done that. I was wrong, because then look at the state of this. He hunts us down for P1. And absolutely... just at this point here he's trying to go for it and I've made sure that he misses us. So he must have been thinking, oh, Kushti. But then we had other ideas. Ah! That is unreal. Absolutely unreal. In fact, we do lose 2 positions here temporarily, so I just think I'm going to have to let them go. Luckily the Spaniard puts it on the grass and then we can carry on and eventually get to P2. That is absolutely bizarre. One of the worst lobbies we've raced in such a long time. Now, I've got to say, let's be fair, I made loads of mistakes in the early laps. I made a lot of mistakes. There was one or two moments where I did make contact. That one there, I was not expecting him to go in. No one's expecting anybody to pit there, by the way. I would love to know why he did pit. So he's actually had a fairly clean race. I think he's just then been raging at the fact that he could have had the race win. He binned the race win. He then could have had P2, but he's used all of his overtake and his tyres and everything else. And then we've done him, basically. So I think that's what's happened there. But yeah, comical to think that this is acceptable. Because initially I thought, oh, have I moved like back across too quickly? Have I gone past him, then moved in front and then hit the brakes? But I hadn't done. He actually found out our line, like seeked out the middle of the track to go straight into the back of us. Yeah, he was salty about that, definitely.